structure. Files. File is a data structure that's very important and very useful. For example, there is a Word file, there's a PDF file. These are all files that are included in data structure files. The very simple example is the text file, simple text file that we edit in WordPad or Notepad is the best example and is a basic example to start with. So let's see. Let's uh, we have a short. We have started mbox and mbox short in my uh, home directory. So let's how we can open it. So see files. We define a file handle. Open. The file name is uh, say mbox dot mbox.txt. So you see here here the uh, we we put the file handle file and all the file mbox.txt is actually assigned to the file, and then we print its address. Similarly, if we want to read the file, we can read it line by line, or we can uh, wholly give it to a string. For example, if there's a short file, for example, we say file. If there's for example, we count the lines, how much lines in the m box, then we just run a loop. Say count is equal to 0 for line in file. So file handle count is equal to count plus 1, and then we just print the count. So how many lines are here? You will see 1032 lines are in uh, file. That's mbox.text. The beauty in the Python is that regardless of how much this file size is, it will take only one line and do do its work, and then go back to the another line and then another line and uh, process the files. So that's why it's a bit fast. See, for example, if we can put keep in mind that there is a character slash n, for example, hello, and slash n is a character for new line. So hello, how are you? You will see hello, how are you? Hello, and then slash n is a new line character. So keep in mind that new line character is slash n. These are escape sequence slash t is for tab and so on. So keep in mind that slash n is always used for new line. So for a new line, Python automatically puts slash n at the end of the file. So it can be distinguished as new line. Uh, we can read any file, for example, if a file is a bit short, like we said, the mbox dot short is a short version of the file. We can put all the file in a string. For example, we can open with a bit with or let's see open. File name is c mbox.short mbox.short.txt. The bit short version. File handle or file is equal to this. Now we put all, there's a read method file.read. Let's put the whole file into a single string, say string, and we can print the string. It will give the whole. Instead of just printing, we say see we say have the size of the string. You will see how much size the string is. string is not, sorry, I put the wrong spelling over there. So 9,460, 94,000 is actually the length of the string. Is length of the string mbox dot short. It put the whole line into it. We can actually print it. So it's too long, so we only print its, for example, first 20 line string. Say only first 20 characters. We'll do the first one. Say for example, similarly we can apply all kind of the find function. For example, if we find say uh, string dot find, while finding where is Stefan, it will give the st- oh sorry, it will 5. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. At fifth character is this time. Uh, there is too many operation for a string, uh, for a string, and for similarly for a file. Say for example, if we define a line is equal to say uh, hello, how are you? Let's see, and if we line that starts with, we're interested in that does the line start with hello? If it's starting with hello, it will give the true. If we say, for example, have, how, the line is not starting from how, so it gives the false. So there are a lot of methods that use the string, and we can use for C. We can use it in different way. For example, we can use to find that how many lines are starting from the from word. For example, C. We have already defined the file. So for a line in files, as we already have defined the file line dot starts with, or started or find the line dot find is this from, and you it will print the line. Similarly, it will print over there. So see if we want to see how many lines are start from the first line from, and with a certain, because there the mbox dot short is actually log of a server. So there is or too many emails out there, email addresses and their messages, their text out there. So we're interested only in say how many lines start from this. So we see how many lines we have. We start with this. So you say uh, for line, if the line dot start with this, then we say we need another column with a statement and print indefinite. And you will see line for line in file. If line dot from, we will have from notes. We make the wrong spellings, and you will see how many lines are started. Start for from. Uh, Another thing is, let's say we will see, for example, that how many emails are from a certain university, for example, Cape Town University, or any university, that you will see, for example, if we are interested in the Cape Town University, that how many emails are in my mailbox that are from a certain university. So let's say line dot find, we have a URL of that. You will see there are too many emails from that certain kind of university. Let's say at the rate of UCT, and but we're only, for example, but we're only if we are only interested in the emails, addresses not in text, then we will do a certain trick. We will just add this continue. So what will happen? That this continue statement skip the line in the body of loop when if condition is false. How, for example, you see is equal to minus one. Minus one means false. If line that find is minus one, it's mean it's not true. For example, I will give you an example. For example, if we say string dot find Stefan, if there is certain another string, for example, if there is another string, instead of how we say lose, it will be the false. It will be the minus one. So if if line dot find is false, it will continue, and then it will print the that line, and you will see we will get only the. So see, if we are interested to find that how much emails are from the certain capital university, and we're only interested in the first in their email addresses and first line, you will just write this, and you will see it gives the it will give a very less only first line. So say instead of all the email, it will give the first line. First line, and see the R strip R is actually it just it just strip the it just strip the string. Stripping means it will remove the unnecessary spaces, unnecessary line from the you say uh, string. It will just remove this kind of unnecessary strings. For example, if you will see there's double space in it, and if we just write this R strip, right strip, or left strip, you will see we will have we will remove the this you will see uh, this unnecessary line. For example, you see if we add this line in the beginning of this code, you will see that what happens. You will see it will remove the unnecessary space and double spacing, and it will give you a very net, very clean and net format. Similarly, we can write write the file. We can write a file. For example, we will just uh, open a file. For example, write open, say any file like output file .txt in uh, W mode, writing mode or W plus mode. We will see. I will see file write, file dot write. We will write the first line slash n. That is for first line, and file dot write. This is the second line. and you will see, and then we just close the. It's very necessary to close the file. You will see, and if we it's called output, you will see. If you open the file in the output, you will see with the first line there's a file name. Uh, or first line, second line, and the file is closed. So you can check the where the file is actually. You can also append certain things. You can append it, and you can use a mode over there, and we can. Uh, but keep in mind that you close a file, if you think that you forget to close the file, then you can use with method. For example, with method, it's very simple method. You can use a with method. You open, say output dot text. In this method, you don't need to uh, is file. You don't need to uh, close the file. For example, I just append file dot write. This is appended line, and you'll see you don't need. Okay, then again we open.txt. Read R for read file file, and then file dot we give to it a read, and you will see it will all that file. The file is actually read it test file. You can see it will print it, and then it will read file. It will give all the file and make it a string, and give it a test file, and then we print the test file, and you will see all the files over there. So this is how we can actually uh, do this kind of print. We can do directly the print in this. For example, we say instead of putting over there, we can just put we can print directly this kind of thing. Print file directory. Okay, give it the directly this kind of thing. So with method is a bit elegant that you don't need to close the file while writing, while appending, and this is actually how we can do it. Um we have a problem when we report a certain variable uh, in estimation, and you want to print in a certain table. What happens that we have to convert that certain variable into string, and then we can print. Let's have an example. For example, let's set that we have a data frame, say data frame, new data, data frame, C data is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C we put 5 into 5, and we have index, say index the range from 0 to 5 means 0 to 4 means 5 columns. Say we have a column name, a we have 5 column, 5 by 5 column, So A, B in second column, then C as third column, then D as fourth column, then F as fifth column, and set the data frame. Oh, it's sorry, point copy page. Because it's a function of panda, so we have to import panda. Because panda is the library to what happens over there. 0 to 4 or 0 to 4. 0 to 4. Shape of process variables. Apply what's happened later. Let's see the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and column should work. Right. This will have a little bit column over there. So, what has double, double. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So we actually, no, it should work. What happens now? What is like this? Index. Oh, range. So range. That's fine. Its index is range. Say, for example, if a sum variable define a sum variable that is sum of the data frame dot sum. It will sum the data. So sum. But keep in mind that this is uh, the data type integer. If you want to report in a certain text file, you have to report in string. For example, if we would open, if I open a certain file, say report, if there is no file report, it will create itself. Say for example, w plus w, same is file. You will see what we say write file dot write. This is output of the sum. For example, we say new line, then we say file dot write. For example, the value of the sum, and you will see it will give us the error, right? So to distinguish that is a bit different thing. Okay, see, it will give you the error because must be string, not series. So to make it a string, you have to use the repr function that convert the sum reported is equal to sum in string, say is equal to this function actually or simply convert the sum into a string, and now see you will see some string is not defined, some str, oh sorry, so see, and now we read the file report, say we read the file report and see this is output of the sum, this and then save. Uh, it can be reported over there. Then we can read it in the simply this. For example, copy this. We can read it over there. For example, we just change the report. Save. You see, this is the cell to make it a bit more elegant. So just write a bit of formatting. Yes. See, it is actually registration, registration. You see, the output of the sum and this is a variable. No, it's done. And for example, you want to uh, eliminate the whole file, and you say, "Oh no, I will change. I will erase all the data. I don't need it." And you just want to erase all the file, all just erase the file. You simply do is to uh, read the file, erase file, and just file dot truncate at 0 point. And you will see the file will be R plus. So you need the R plus reading writing modes. And you see if you again watch this report file, it is zero length. See report file. No, the whole data is erased. So that's the basics of the file. How we can do it. And thank you very much.